Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Turtle Beach Call of Duty Spring Championship here at EGL9 in Blackpool. We're going to go into what is quite a big game, and I'll explain why in a minute. This is the first game of the day here, day 3. I am Bryce, and I am joined by a guest caster today. It is, of course, Rosso. How are you?
I'm not too bad, bit nervous, first time casting, so go easy on me. I am also suffering with the dreaded land flu.
Oh
so
no,
please
not the land
excuse
flu.
my voice.
So here we go, Fariko Allstars versus Fariko Dragons. Now, it is a big game. This is the loser bracket round 8, so one of these teams is going home anyway, but we have been told the loser of this game, it could swap round. If you don't know about the Fariko teams, Dragons actually get full funding and spending money for events. All-Stars only get full funding. So Dragons being the prime position, I should say. And let's see if they can actually change it. If they win this All-Stars, they will actually take the Dragons title off of them.
Yeah, there is a lot on the line. Also, both teams representing their respective areas at the LA Championships in a week's time. So this game possibly has a lot riding on it mentally going into next week.
Now, just to clear it up for you guys, obviously, Fariko Dragons is Amaze, Fizzy, Luke, and Mello. And the All-Stars is Crazy, Nitha, Rush, and Torres. And we're going to see how these two get on board with Mello currently. He's on a 3 streak, and he's currently in the hard point. And they do actually have a pretty good lead from the first one, 30 points to 7. Changing around now, they haven't managed to get the next hard point actually secure. So now they're going to have to fight All-Stars for it.
Yeah, Dragons came out of the blocks really quickly there, but they seem to be intent on staying in the first hard point, not looking past that, and they're paying for it now.
They certainly are. As you can actually see, All-Stars already caught up quite a bit, but however, there we go. Dragons have actually just launched straight in, taken out all of the All-Stars, and have secured it now, and it's a good amount of time left. 30 seconds or so. They're all in there. They're all up at the moment. All of them actually on streaks. None of them died in a little while. Can he pull it? No. Mello goes down as well. On board with Fizz. We change to him. Contesting the house. Tries to take down Chris. Can he take down two? Yes, he can. Big play from him. And look at that. He's also got all of his score streaks.
I found that really surprising. This hard point in particular on this map is one that I find particularly easy to hold down. And the All-Stars resistance was crushed relatively easy there by Dragons.
You know what, I just think they're bringing their A-game this morning, the Dragons. Like I said, big game for them. If Dragons lose this, they lose their Dragons title. All-Star will be the new Dragons, and they will be, I think, All-Stars. So a lot on the line for them. They certainly don't want to get it go. If I remember correctly, AJ actually made a YouTube video to this effect because he was not happy that All-Stars come very close to taking it last time.
Yeah, All-Stars seem to be content to leave the current hard point very, very early and try and set up on the next one. And it's not paying off for them so far. Dragons seem to be able to push in, make the kills, and take the hard point with relative ease. Well,
Dragons certainly are just smashing them at the moment. Already 81 to 28. They are actually just pushing it as Amaze brings in another one. Takes down 2 of the All-Star lineup. And let's have a quick look at these scoreboards, see how they're doing. Amaze 10 for 5 at the moment. Always a key player on this Dragons lineup. If he plays well, his team plays well. You've got to rely on the clutches. They did actually see a death machine come out there, but gets taken down by Nitha. Let's actually jump on board with some of the All-Stars. On board with Torres.
Yeah, Torres currently on a 4-kill streak and doing work in the hard point. Just trying to pick up the remaining points. His team moving towards the next hard point. I don't know how well they're set up in there so far.
Well, it does look like they have actually got that set up. And Crazy, you can see, holding the anchor position. And it looks like they are just trying to hold this good spawn. Now, can he pick up this kill? He needed to make that because it looks like they may actually switch the spawn. There you go. Bad spawn for them, actually. They don't seem to have got the good spawn. And that means that, once again, Dragons have just wrestled control of this hard point away from them.
Big kill there by Luke. And it's going to be very, very difficult for All-Stars to break into this hard point now.
3-piece by Fizzy. This guy is going off at the moment. Still has his death machine. Still getting his score streaks. And once more, there he goes. Let's have a quick look at his score. And yeah, 13 for 8. He is doing serious work.
Fizzy is having an awesome event so far. Every time I've seen him, he's been going off against Impact and now against All-Stars.
Certainly so. Just have a look. 103.66. Not as big a thing as you would expect. It does seem like Dragons are actually outslaying the All-Stars. Let's jump on board with Nitha. He's still in there. Gets taken down. He did that unfortunate trick. He tried to strafe jump and it grabbed. We actually saw Tommy make that mistake yesterday and he could not have been more mad when he accidentally hopped up into the car. And look at this all kicking off now. Both these teams fighting tooth and nail.
There is nothing more annoying on this game than when you go to jump and you climb instead. You're like an absolute Burke and you end up getting killed.
So it looks like All-Stars currently have this hard point. Holding it down, on board with Myth Rush. They can actually get back some of the deficit here, and it doesn't look like he's been EMP'd. We actually see on the mini-map bomb was about to come down. He's about to engage. Picked up the first one. They do have it secure. He's going to have to turn around and engage. Picks up a second, and they actually have a really good spawn for the next one as well. So we could see them take the lead here very easily.
Big kills there by Rush, and he's continuing to slay now.
Oh, brilliant.
Great play.
Brilliant by Rush. Got all of his score streaks. They are set up for the next one. He's been in there for so long. 7 score streak at the moment. And if you do look at the mini-map there, Rosso, one of the actual Dragons players has actually contested it and taken the next one. They shouldn't have let that go. They had the good spawn.
Yeah, Allstars were incredibly well set up there. I don't understand the need to rush.
Yeah, it does look like they are. And well, speaking of Rush, we're still on board with him. Death Machine coming out. Let's see how he uses to hold down the next one. Oh, unfortunately gets taken down before he can put any bullets from it down. Fortunately, he still has it. And now they're going to start fighting for this next one.
Mad Cat calls it the big ting, but it didn't seem to be doing work there for Rush.
However, he has got it now, and he's going to be able to put down so much firepower through this door and these choke points. And I think that's exactly what he's going to use it for. He's now going to... I'm surprised he isn't spraying more through that door.
That was odd. I was expecting a pre-fire there.
Yeah, fortunately Crazy picked up them 2 kills, and this is a really good setup for Allstars. They do have the Death Machine on the main door. That is not something you want to try and come through, as he picks up 2 really easily. 3, didn't get the 4th as Luke managed to take him down in time.
Allstars have come back into this game really, really well.
Oh, brilliant setup. Like I said, they have actually got the middle hard point. That one where he had the Death Machine just held them off. They kept rushing, and usually you can try and break it, but he took down 3-4 players, and it just made it easy for his team to hold the other points.
What I noticed before the game is Allstars were incredibly late to the station.
Like, yeah, they certainly were.
Last call, and they still had players to come, not warm up, and I think that cost them early on in the game. But they've really worked up.
Yeah, it's always great to see just how these two teams go from cold to hot, because you can warm up playing free-for-all, but it's never the same as when you really get kicking and your blood starts boiling. And how did he even pick up a kill there? Who did he kill?
I think it was the grenade.
Pulled up with the grenade. Going to jump on board with Fizzy once again as he actually goes down. On board with Luke, as it looks like Dragons are actually now behind by 20 points. Allstars made a ferocious comeback, and they're still being taken down. Torres now in the hard point himself. Allstars racking up the points once again. Trophy system down.
Back to the point of warming up. The tryout bots just do not cut it. I've seen a lot of people warming up this weekend
with the
bots,
free floors,
with the bots, and I just don't understand it personally.
I can only think
he just picked up a 3 there with the pistol.
Oh, he's just going in with that pistol. The diamond pistol does actually have his score streaks as well. Let's have a quick look at his streaks. 5 at the moment, and he is holding it down. Now going to pick up what we've commonly referred to as the scrap points. Those last 10, 15 points in the hard point. You know, a lot of players actually leave them, and we have seen teams win just because they kept getting them.
Yeah, I don't understand why you would leave them all those points towards the end of the game. If you keep picking up those 5, those 6 points at the end of a hard point, they're going to count at the end of the game.
Most certainly. Now you think you do that 5, 6 times, 20, 30, 40 points.
And they
We've seen games come down to less. We've seen games come down to less, and it does look like Allstars have sort of found their feet here. Still on board with Torres, still alive. 8 kill streak now, as he does another one. That's 9. Torres is doing so much work for his team, and it does look like they're now running away with Dragons. Dragons were so far ahead. They had it, and then all of a sudden they've just stopped.
It's a shame Torres was AMP'd there, because we couldn't see just how close he was to that stealth chopper.
Yeah, it did seem like he was going to get very close, and unfortunately didn't get it by the look of it. And Torres goes in again. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard for Torres. 29 for 21. Good score from him. Anyone else performing particularly well? Not really. It does actually seem like Dragons now being massively outslayed by this all-star lineup.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by Dragons. They came out of the blocks so quickly, but since then they've just seemed to have no answer for Allstars.
No, we're certainly so. Still on board with Torres. He tries to pick up a second kill here, and does so. Holding it down for his teammates. He knows if he can hold this, it's going to be game over. So it looks like they're going to try and win on this one.
Torres is having a massive game. What score is he going at the moment?
31 for 21. And that, look at the captures and defends. He's still doing that objective work. 12 defends, 7 captures. He's in there and just gets taken down in the last moment. Mello now in. They know they do not have long left at all to try and turn this around.
1 minute and 22, so they have a 20-second window with which to play with, but time is running out all the time for Dragons.
That's the problem, right? Because now all Stars have to do is just scrap fight. They literally have to do contesting. They don't even have to worry about getting a lot of time. As long as they're in the area, they can concentrate more on the spawn and flooding it with players than actually just trying to hold it for the points.
They also have that luxury of being able to move to the next hard point, getting set up well, and just not allowing Dragons to pick up these points.
However, great play by Mello at the moment. All of his score streaks, he's going to need every single one of them. He picks up yet another one. 5 score, gets taken down in the end, and there's just changes as it dies. On board with Maze. They need to hold this now. They still have the narrowest of wins. I think
it's now a mathematical impossibility.
It is. It just went
for
there.
Dragons to win.
it switched. There's 1 second in it there was at one point, and unfortunately they contested it for long enough that it is impossible for them to win. Unlucky really, because they have put on an awesome fight. They could, you know, come back anywhere up to the last 30 seconds or so. I've
been really, really impressed with Allstars so far this game. I'm not ashamed to say, when I looked at this game on paper, I was expecting a Dragons 3-0 whitewash, but how wrong was I?
Looks like he just picked up the cheeky two-piece there. I don't think they were actually at their controls, just maybe waiting for the next one. Celebrating, and let's have a quick look at the scoreboard there. You know what? It just tells the story. They were outslayed.
Yeah, Dragons just haven't been able to pick up the vital kills in the hard point. And Allstars just seem to have way too much for them in the setup. Dragons came out so quickly, but they seem to put all their eggs in one basket, and it's cost them in the long run.
It does have to seem cost them in the long run. I don't know, like I said, it seemed to go very weird because Dragons looked strong. They were just fighting Allstars at the hard point time and time again, and then it was just like it clicked for Allstars. They just started winning, and they just started slaying massively, and there was nothing Dragons could do at that point to come back. Like I said, it was about 117 to about 80 points, and then all of a sudden, Dragons realistically only got about 20 points, but you know, Allstars picked up 100.
The Dragons just seem to have absolutely nothing in their locker to answer the